Good morning from Kilipohe, Kikanilahua. Second day of excavation work done, bulldozering work. No changes really in the driveway area.
It looks kind of sunken though. Looks lower. I wonder if that's just rain.
Yeah, rain kind of washed away some of the fines on top. They have a lot more fines down here where the car's been driving on it. Hopefully I'll be able to spread some of that up here. This big, huge pile of rock is from a hole he dug, which he's going to use to put the larger boulders into the hole. And hopefully we can get by it here. Yeah. And so, yeah, there's the big hole. And that, I think, is an albizia root from the back where he pushed over the albizia tree. And so yeah, he just dug this big huge hole, and then he's going to put the big boulders into it and then flatten it off with this pile of fines and dirt, and then work from there. Sorry, this is very uneven ground, so I have to walk carefully. There we go. A little bit better. Again, not much other changes here. Another big pile of stuff. He did dig another big hole earlier today, but this is a very good example of what this tractor does to this rock. And this is probably just from driving over it. You know, the treads on this thing I think are hardened steel, and it weighs, we looked it up, I think 49 tons, and it goes over a rock and it can't barely hold it up if it's unsupported completely. So the biggest change probably from yesterday's work, he got started really late. He was going to be here at 9 and then couldn't get here until noon, and then part of the tractor broke, so he had to go back to the shop and get some other parts. But biggest change is back here in the back. So this used to be a ridge right here that we'd have to go over to get into the back, and now it's flattened off. He says he tripped. Yeah, that's basically the level of the house right there. So it came up probably, that's probably 2 or 3 feet higher than it was.
This is where the Pahoehoe was.
Yeah. And right here there's a trench. So my feet are probably 2 or 3 feet higher than they were when he started this. So all of this material from this thing went into that. The septic is going to go pretty much right here where I'm standing. There was a banyan tree here, and some other stuff that he just ripped that all up. I don't know how we're going to deal with one of these bigger rocks if we can't move them around, but we'll see. That's the lava cave we wanted to try to keep. There's a couple of banyan roots left in there, and an autograph tree that got knocked over, thank goodness. These guys seem to come through it okay. These are the ohia that I hit with a albizia that I knocked down. So I think they'll be all right. And back here is where the water tank is going to go. So I need to kind of survey that out and make sure we got enough room for it. It's 15 feet wide, so this needs to get all flattened off pretty good. This was a little knoll right here, which he ripped up and then pushed back in here. So this is a dead albizia. Long dead, I think. Hard to say. This is just like unrecognizable from how it was before. There was a little lava knoll back here and we wanted access to the back, so he dug this out, and this is all mud where the pigs used to go through, and all these screw pines, which I don't really care for. But hopefully it's all flattening off now. It just is really rough ground right now. But just that it.
Oh, you could tell this is where. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you said you saw a splash yesterday.
Yeah.
I guess that's where it is.
That's why the egret was here too, I guess. Oh yeah, he pushed.
Did get into the luhe a little bit.
Had to go somewhere.
That's a mango tree, which is on our property. This is a mango tree, which is on our property. Looks like there's some blossoms on it too.
Yeah.
But and some screw pines and stuff. There's just going to be a lot of cleanup back here. A lot of mud.
You need to show the roots of that albizia.
Oh yeah. So this was this giant albizia that I spent time trying to get it safe by shaking the leaves. I'll try to put a link to that. But that's the root system right there, and he just brought the bulldozer up and pushed it right over.
Pushed it over.
You can see where the blade made the mark in the thing. Oh, what a mess. I gotta get back there and poison those other ones. Those guys are all live. Huh?
Now that you can get to them.
I could get to them easier before. Now that this tree's laying on its side, I don't know. But there's a big, huge ohia right there. Maybe we can kind of free him up. Chipper's going to be doing a lot of work. And there's this ohia that he said was kind of in his way.
It was dead though, right?
It was dead, and he just kind of pushed it over.
Looks like a mango lost a limb.
Yeah, it definitely lost a limb, and it kind of looks like it's leaning. This isn't on our property, but I wonder if it didn't get pushed up a little bit somehow. I think they probably deal with it a lot better. I was gonna chip all of these. These are all guava branches. I was gonna chip them all back, but no need now. Yeah, all this stuff looks like it got affected by the albizia going over. Anyway, that's our backyard now. We're going to go through that area there and cut down a lot of those trash trees and poison what we can't easily get down. Those autograph trees, those are the ones with the big teardrop shaped leaves, like that one right there. They tend to, their branches go into the other trees and make it really hard to extract them without damaging the other trees. And of course, since the ohia trees are really sensitive to this rapid ohia death. See, this is one of those autograph trees right there, which I've cut a couple of limbs off, and there's a big ohia tree right next to it. In fact, they go and wrap their root systems around whatever they can and actually use that for support. So I've done a basal bark strip on that one to try to kill it, and it just is not dying. But you can kind of see maybe how intertwined its branches are. The branches go really far out, so they don't, just cutting it down is not an option. I cut down one in the back and it wouldn't fall over. And then I attached a line onto the base of it and tried to pull it out backwards, and it wouldn't come out because the thing was just too attached. So anyway, our kupuna trees seem to be pretty open now. It's nerve-wracking doing this. You know, I put a lot of work into clearing this lot by hand, and then there's all this rock piled up everywhere. All this stuff that I spent a lot of time caring for is on the edge of destruction. But I put a lot of trust in AJ. He's our operator. So hopefully he'll do a good job for us. All right, I think that's it. Aloha.